Yeah,
Has
yeah.
Commander X even doing it? I don't even know if Commander X is doing it.
Yeah. But hey, just I'm gonna count down really quick, make sure everything. Four, three, two, one. Does that line up with you? It
Oh,
should. It should by default. But
25, 24, 23,
what?
22.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're fine. Oh, you're
Emre.
doing the unlocks.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
match the
Yeah,
other
yeah, I
then
was
pass
doing
him out
unlocks.
in
All right, all right.
3,
Then
2,
we'll just go
1.
from there. We'll pick these up from here. We'll rock
in
and roll with it,
3, 2,
everybody.
1.
So we're getting started. We know we see that Ramatra versus the Hazard going on again. This is Mikik's POV. It's all you're going to see for the duration of time, so you better be happy with it. But the Ramatra has still been a key figure for some teams. A reliable take, never like the must pick, but always extremely strong to work with.
Yeah, it's going to be a little difficult to do color considering I don't know a lot of ult
Yeah.
charges. I can try to do my best guesstimation, but we do see a little bit of an outside rotation here from the side of Italy. Trying to get this first cap. I do like the Ramatra. The new buffs for them have made the character come kind of back into the meta, as we've been seeing a lot of Diva as of recently. But this is a really close fight on this point.
Yeah, it really is. I think a little bit of overextension there for a moment. There is plenty of low bodies, by the way. They just haven't found like the proper final blows yet to actually get themselves in this one. They are trying to pull bodies down, and Havical does end up going down first and foremost. And with the Katsuna Rush there, it's going to sustain them through it for a little while, but it's not going to turn. Orion gets one, but that should be the extent of that one. So it's going to get them to just barely, 19, maybe 20%. But to be fair, all things considered, it's a good start for them. And with that Katsuna Rush already out, that means that's a really good setup there to have their own Pearls ready soon.
Yeah, there was an ult popped from the side of Italy. I can't entirely see what it is, but we do know that it is coming up on a lot of ults here as the rest of Italy are going to be setting up on this objective. That first fight did get 19%, yes, but it was a lot cleaner of a hold from Italy. So Iceland, oh my god, a lot of damage onto this Ramatra. Going to have to back up to that objective. But I mean, I think that these ults should be good for Italy coming up with this next engagement. They're going to have to build these fast, though.
Yeah, gonna absolutely have to right there, trying to lock in on things. Again, Annihilation is right around the corner to be able to work with right here. But Katakomi is down from Orion, letting everything loose on that M-Ray as Annihilation going to be used. You see barely running out of that range as they're going to be able to sustain through this for the time being as Hafical gets rid of two, boop over, eventually Mikik's going to fall on over. 52%, not bad all things considered. Unfortunately, that Annihilation doesn't get a whole lot done.
Yeah, and now a lot of ults were used. Both the DPS ults are online for the side of Italy, which could definitely be at advantage for them. We're going to have to find out, of course, if they can make their way in with this. But it's going to be difficult, especially with this Pharah kind of spamming through that choke, right? You're not going to be able to really push through without taking 18 quadrillion rockets to the head. But they are going to go coast side and take the fight to Iceland on point.
Yep, 100%. See how it goes down as already at the 50% marker, and Zono is the one popping off now, letting loose as Footark, unfortunately, already down. It's going to make it a really rough time to keep up half a cool and eventually will be gone down. It's just the stall game coming through now as Iceland eventually falling over. Going to get 62% though, as unfortunately, no survivors found here today.
Yeah, and a really good use of the override protocol in order to secure the flip. They do get a little bit of percentage off of it, though, so it is going to be even in 62%-ish as Italy do take the lead. As there's a couple of ults still on the table for the side of Italy, but I think there's also a lot of ults coming online here for the side of Iceland that they have to be a little careful of. I think this downpour is definitely something that I think should be coming online soon. I say with the question mark raised above my head, but I'm not entirely sure as this is approaching last fight territory.
It very much is right now, and you're nowhere close to your own Annihilation. Barrage used to really just get rid of Mikix, forces them back, but it's thrown right back by Chimera, who gets a whopping 2 with it, falls afterward, but the damage is more than done. Just one more hanging around, as unfortunately, Crizzy gonna be pulled down, and that should settle your first one right then and there. As for Italy, ends up being a really good start, and I think it's a struggle from Iceland to kind of find a lot of the initiations that I think they're really hoping for.
Yeah, a really back and forth showing there. I mean, Orion trying their best on that Emre, but a couple of swaps might be necessary from the side of Iceland. You know, maybe we get off that Hazard, go over to the Ramatra. This far has definitely been an issue that needs to be dealt with. I mean, that barrage was so crucial to winning that last fight, which definitely could have gone the way of Iceland. But Italy going to be able to take that lead, not going to be swapping anything up all too much. They're fairly confident on what they've been running. I think the FAR is really good on the sub map also. We'll have to find out if it's going to be able to keep working out in their favor, or if Iceland have figured out the strategy in order to get the job done.
We'll see. SimTP out. Probably going to swap over potentially to the Tracer. Maybe elsewise. Maybe go to the FAR as well as my brother and Graced. That's a big boop. They both boop. To be fair, unfortunately, I'd rather lose my Emre than my Ramatra. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, not a great start for Mikix. Taking off the map immediately. That's probably going to allow Iceland to get this first cap almost instantaneously. Yeah, they don't have an Emre, but they have a tank, and that's the most important part of the composition, right? To just be able to walk around and get Komi going to be taken down next. That's going to be a really bad fight loss. They're going to get that first cap, and now you're just losing percentage. You need to just kind of kite out and reset. I think you might be able to stall in this position, but it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, 110%. The most significant thing right now is now they're just starting to pressure the point because there's no one that can touch very easily. But Orion finds just that shots over onto Little Bloom, and now there's nothing you can do if you're Mikix. You just have to just take.
Wait, Links are in. Links are alive.
Linkster's alive?
No, Linkster's alive. God, I wish. No, I think that Links are up now for if you were approved as a co-streamer.
Oh, okay. All right, then we're going to do that really quick. So I say for now, you do that. We're going to finish all the POV for this round right here, and then we'll swap directly afterwards just because I can't really swap the way that it's set up right now. So
well, I mean, I'm not an approved co-streamer, so I can't pull that up.
True.
Yeah, I mean, we can just finish up this POV for this round.
Yeah, so POV, we'll stick with that. 50% already. You're trying to build everything, but it's been really tough for Mikix to get literally anything online. But Crizzy down early. Chimera takes the 1v1. Kitsune Rush run out to try to sustain through this a little bit. And to be fair, it's definitely doing that. But now they're so split up to the point where now you're just running down this backline. Somehow, some way, staying alive for a long period of time. But that flip happened ages ago. It's already up to that dozen marker, and they're getting some final blows along with it.
Yeah, really good stuff from them. Sorry, they posted the link to the thing and all of them. Okay, that's really funny. The one stream that they don't have up is the one that we're watching of Italy versus. That's really fun actually. Okay, sorry. Let me get back into.
No, it's all bueno. It's all chill right now. We're still around that 40-meter mark as Mikix is again in a really rough area. It should be burnt down, and now Orion is just gonna get some bodies over here with the override protocol, or at least is trying to. Zono's gonna throw it directly back in as they throw everything into half a cool right now. If I'm a tank player, I am furious. But the trade's coming through still is fine for you. You're going to get your Ramatra back in like 10 seconds. So if you sustain through this, it's massive because now you have all the sustain in the world if you have your Ramatra on the point as, yeah, you have that definitive person who can stay on no matter what. And until Hathacle's back in, which they are now, you wouldn't be able to do anything. But now you can, especially with Annihilation around the corner as the downpour comes through. Unfortunately, while you get a whole lot, Annihilation popped basically solely for Orion as the point flips over, and Mikix, honestly, would be really lucky to get out of here alive.
Yeah, I don't know if I love that Annihilation in the slightest. I mean, you're going to be in a position now where the flip has gone in the favor of Iceland. They are going to be able to just give it up almost immediately, but that Annihilation didn't really get any value. You're able to get one kill on the Emre, but it doesn't really matter as we are approaching this last fight territory yet again. Which could be dire for Iceland. They need to get this point. Otherwise, they're going to be down 1-0 already in an already literal best of 3, excuse me. So they need to, get this point. Otherwise, this could go the favor of Italy.
Yeah, very well could. We'll see what goes down. Right now, 95%. Eventually, a touch needs to come through. Continue rush to go through as overtime will be triggered. Makes them doing their best to literally punch anybody that comes into their existence right here. I saw that boop come through. Orion's gone. Havacool just doesn't make it. And unfortunately for this squad, I think they're going to be shut down here. Chimera, big poop kill over onto Crizzy. Remember, the concussion mine perk now has that damage as, yeah, that's going to settle this first map right here as it's going to be Italy taking it over Iceland.
Yeah, really good stuff from Italy getting that 2-0. Trying to pull up.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the link is up now. So, if I pull it up, I'm going to make sure I have this right first before I do anything. As we are... Yeah, it hasn't started yet. Yeah, the link for our game hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
So, Because there's the Germany versus Israel game. There is the Ireland versus Greece game right here. But we don't have the third one set up quite yet, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean,
the one that we need.
the one that we need is the one that's not available right now, which is super awesome and cool.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It is life, unfortunately. Can't say a whole lot about it. Hey, but the bright side is we actually got to watch games for the first time, which, I mean, to be fair, I'll take that.
I'll take. We got to watch Overwatch, which is a nice trade. Okay, A stream is still getting sorted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. We have a moment in time. We have the POV in front of our eyes just in case. Iceland just went live as well, and they're waiting to set their stuff up. Lots happening, basically.
Do we want to swap matches for one of the streams that are already up, or do you want to stick on to Italy versus Iceland?
That's a really good question, because we'd have to make a judgment call on that one. Also, bright side,
I'm going to leave it up to you.
Right, yeah. I'm just debating in my head, because the bright side is a bunch of these have overheads that actually work really well, so I actually don't need this stuff. Actually, right here. I'm sorry, Dex. I don't need it. Well, I need the first one, just not the second one. Your work is not in vain. I promise you.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bro's watching right now. Might be. It might not be. I don't know. Either way.
Pull up the Germany one. Germany versus who again? Who's Germany going up against? I can't even remember.
Going up against Israel.
Israel. Thank you.
Yeah, these are both the same one. Did I pull up the same one on accident, or am I dumb? Oh no, that's Group of Senju's one. That's why. I'm being dumb. I'm being so dumb today.
Look at Ireland versus Greece.
Yeah.
This one looks closer.
Oh, okay. So A stream is up now. So
A stream is up now. Okay, beautiful.
Yeah. So let's take that. We'll sync up really quick. So I know it's kind of hard to sync up. I'm trying to think of the best way to actually sync this up. I gotta be honest.
Is there a timer? There's not a timer. We have to wait for like a timer to appear. Otherwise, it's gonna be
that'll be
difficult.
the scenario, unfortunately. So we will wait for that to be the case right now. We'll see where it goes from there. We are unfortunately going to have to wait for that to happen. But hey, the bright side for now is
we have clean feeds.
Yeah, we have clean feeds. That's the important part. We have clean feeds.
That's the good news.
They're up and running. I'm gonna borrow the Group of Senju one for just a moment in time. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up. I just have like the. Which one is this the Ireland and Greece? I think I have it right now. Yeah, I just have that one playing up right now, just for fun, just to have up. So I just have that up, so we can kind of enjoy this one. If you have that one ready, we can enjoy that one for a hot second.
Which one are you looking at?
Ireland versus Greece.
Ireland versus Greece. That's the
So yeah.
Okay, let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, I'll talk about it for a second while we're here, though. As, hey, looks like Ireland's off to a really good start. Pure Irish does go down, though, unfortunately. As Polthom going to miss contact for time. They'll fall over. It's a big trade. Eventually, Greece, though, is going to win out on the fight, as both teams now going to be at 32%. Pure Irish makes the swap over to the deep. Are you set up over there, or how we looking?
I'm way ahead of you. Greece is 60% right now.
What in God's name? Well, let me go ahead and wow, yeah, that's crazy. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm massively speeding forward, gang. You're gonna see like the biggest POV of your life. Looks like I'm like going 4 times speed on the stream right now. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Ireland has the point right now. They're at 40. 41.
How are you at 40? Oh, it's because I'm... Okay, I know exactly why this is the case. Let me swap back to this really quick. I know exactly why this is happening. I'm fully aware as to why it's happening now.
Okay. Ireland.
So I have to fix that really quick. I know exactly
why
why it's happening.
Jeez Louise. Oh, nice peel from Pure Irish there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was a really good peel onto that Lucio in order to keep them alive, and they're actually going to be able to win that fight. And it was a huge loss for Greece. I mean, they popped literally everything that they had in order to lose the objective, in Ireland have so much in the tank still.
I'll say right now, I'm going to count out. I'm at 78.
You're a little bit ahead.
Okay. Either way, we're here. That's important. We're here for the game. We're doing things right now. Like both down, the launch is going wild out there. There's only 95% left. touch here. Ireland comes back over. You have double Ireland as well. So it's not exactly what we're seeing, especially they're running down the tank as they barely manage to touch over on the tank. It's crazy that everybody's still alive as we have a Pogo Bomb thrown out in 2026. And then find somebody, Irish gets the crushed over and just yelling as well. That's crazy.
Wow. What year is it? What year is it? Can you check what year it is real quick? There's no way. 2 kills from a Poco Bomb in the year 2026 is definitely an interesting situation. No, really good showing from them. It is going to be Germany taking the first map, Iceland, Italy taking the first map, and then we just saw Ireland beat out Greece for the first time. So pretty good stuff right now. It's just being in a 1-0 situation. I do see that the a little bit behind. The Italy Iceland game is up. Do you see it?
You see the Greece? Oh yeah, wait. Oh yeah, it is online. Actually, it is on. Okay, we'll pull that up then really quick. I've got that already good to go, so we can actually properly get into this thing.
Okay. Do you want to do a countdown?
Yep. Do the countdown. So 28, 27.
Jeez. To the flashpoint unlocks?
Yeah.
Okay. 2, 1.
Okay. I'll tell you. Okay. So here's what needs to happen. I'm gonna do the play-by speed again. That's unfortunate, but I'm gonna do the play-by speed again. It's really uncomfortable to have to do that. Am I back on send use feed again? I need to get rid of send use feed. How do I keep getting back to send use feed? I don't know how that keeps happening. Talk us through everything though, Mega Ninja, while I'm getting everything in place.
Yeah, I mean, just a really good back and forth. Mikik's able to find one, but gets traded out by Orion. Little Plume able to get that follow up, so it is a 3v3 situation. But Little Plume finds another one onto that Tracer. So right now it is a. You do see that Diva still pretty alive as well. Supports available to them. So the rest of it is Iceland are gonna have to kind of back up here. They're not gonna be approach that halfway mark for Italy on this first capture. Iceland is going to be back right now with all of their players go out of position. Has to drop out for just a minute, but actually the Vendetta who gets dropped first.
Yeah, it looks to be the case right here as I'm just configuring some of the volume really quick. Looks like I got it in play. Says, hey, this fight looks like it's pretty close right now. It's looking like, yeah, eventually the takeback is going to come back through as Italy eventually is going to fall over. Or I should say Iceland, because the things are on the wrong side right now. Actually, are they on the wrong side? No, they're not on the wrong. Are they the wrong?
Oh no, they are on the wrong side. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the wrong side.
Yeah, they are on the wrong side. Yeah, Italy is on the right, and Iceland is on the left. That's cool. Wait, what's your percentage at right now?
I'm at 96, 97, 98, 99. I'm assuming I'm still off a little bit.
You're a little bit behind here. I'm just gonna pause. Tell me when you get to 30 for.
So they win the fight. Okay, yeah, I'll let you know. All right. Spoilers, everybody. All right, I'm gonna count in. So 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right. We are as synced up as we possibly can be right now, given the scenario at hand. So let's take a look at all these, honestly, massive ultimates available.
Yeah, I mean, now the things are swapped and it's confusing me. Italy is going to have 4 ults going into this. They do have the point right now. But Iceland is going to have so much in their ult bank. It's going to be a huge ult fight. You know, you want to make sure you don't blow everything at the same exact time. Otherwise, this could lead away to a little bit of a snowball effect to the later points.
Yeah, definitely, as Orion is eventually going to get hunted down. So Italy in a good position right here. And now the worry is, do you have a retouch? And unfortunately, without either DPS, I think the answer is a astounding no. Maybe you force it, but I don't know if you can. They're hanging about. They're trying for it. I see Havoc going under, and they're going to be able to get over there for the touch momentarily. But Clem saves the Ajax. Oh my god, by the way. That is crazy. And now they're still hanging around in this right here. Annihilation is sitting by still, as Bloodheart does get rid of 2 already. Mikix is eventually going to pull the trigger over here as Pulse Bomb.
Oh
no, Kaiman sends themselves out. No, you can't do this. I think they end up winning the fight anyway, but unfortunately, from there as it flips back over, yeah, it is going to be Iceland taking that first one away. That was a crazy series of events.
That's not good. And look at Italy's ult economy, right? They're going to be down so much. They pop the Annihilation, they pop the Pulse, they pop the Beat. They are 47 to a Rush. I mean, Iceland have all the advantage in the entirety of the world. It's going to be such a difficult challenge for them to even get like a fight win on this sub point. You might have to just consider, losing this sub point and you go next. It's just such a bad time, like ult economy to have.
Ooh. Zono down. Orion, good pulse bomb to get them in a good position, but Point's going to be able to open up here. It looks like it is going to be Iceland once again going to take this one away. And just a reminder for everybody who's in the chat right now who just joined us, the teams are currently swapped right now. So Italy is actually on the right and Iceland is on the left.
Yeah, just a little bit of a confusion there, but it's okay. All good and available as we do. Oh, wait, my stream started lagging. What's your percentage?
33, 34,
okay.
35.
Yeah, I'm right there. The override protocol is coming out. There's a rush on the objective. This override protocol has to be massive. Otherwise, I mean, this could just be a potential Iceland win yet again. I mean, they're already 50% in counting, and Unread taken down is not going to be a good start for Italy here.
Yeah, not the greatest position in the world to have to be in, but still, they're fighting their way through it. Chimera, McKick's eventually going to go down. Big cleanup comes through, and with 70% on the board, that's done, that's cooked away. And now the question is, can we retouch? And the answer is probably not. Maybe if Chimera gets the perfect route.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have anything in the time. Iceland doesn't have any ults available, but if Italy can get a touch, they do have their own rush and almost a pulse bomb online. But it's going to be challenging in order to get that touch. Ooh. It has to be the Tracer who does manage to get that first touch, has that recall force almost instantaneously, and Orion's going to be on them like butter on toast. However, Crazy's going to be the first one taken down. That pulse bomb's going to whiff a little bit, so now it's going to be actually a 4v5 situation. Unread is going to be on that Kiriko, not able to find that kill, as the rest of Italy do pour onto the objective here and finally start getting some percentage of their own.
Yep, I don't mind it. It's really good for them. They caused the split to happen. They take advantage of the split. It goes exactly to plan. But now they still have to hold on, and they're around the corner from a ton of interesting ults, by the way. Like, a ton. You have the Pulse Bomb ready to go for Chimera. Because if you're able to get this Annihilation in time, you can run down this backline and force every cooldown in the world out. But McKick still has to play a little carefully. I think you're playing aggressive, hoping to maybe get it online right here. As Chimera eventually just going to have to back off momentarily. That cleanse still available as you eventually burn down Thor. Oh no, that is worst case scenario. The only ult you had, the sound barrier, expended away, and now you are having to just simply back up and regroup for a moment.
Yeah, it just has to be a reset, right? You get one more fight in. You have a couple of ults that are built up, but Italy have maintained their ult economy. They didn't have to use anything in order to get that fight win, and they got so much percentage off of it. Now it's going to be a challenge for Iceland in order to get the job done. They do have to get a flip, but, I mean, the beat engage is going to be good here. This has to determine pretty much everything.
110%. We'll see what comes to form, though, as we see Pulse Bomb doesn't get a whole lot of anything right there, as McKix is trying to... I pause for a second. Ooh, but still, it doesn't matter. It's already back to the 3v3 right now. You're able to clean up more on the Jorg right there. So now it's just getting that cleanup over onto Havagul, who is going to use the bomb that, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to survive in, as now they will not. You'll block through it, and this should realistically tie things up with the 1-1 here. Just a little bit more stall coming through, as, unfortunately, eventually they have to give it up.
Yeah, Italy did commit a lot, or not Italy, excuse me, Iceland did commit a lot there. They used both support ults and the bomb. They really only have their DPS ults to utilize. Italy not going to have anything also, in fact, actually going to be a little bit behind, but look at the rush difference, right? It's going to be massive for Italy to have that rush online first, and they are going to be able to get positioned up first. So Iceland going to have a daunting challenge. They have to go massive with this Pulse Bomb, or maybe connect with this Vendetta ult. But Vendetta, you know, a little bit gutted after the patch, so we'll have to see if they're going to be able to perform as much as needed.
Yep, 110%. So we'll see what comes through here as third point be getting to open up. Oh, that's weird. But either way, Crazy Orion, both ultimates ready to go, having that Stunning Blade ready to go. It's let loose, trying to find literally anybody. Unfortunately, everyone plays it out perfectly, but it doesn't stop them from basically being thrown into a bit of a hole together, as they're going to get run down momentarily. Little Boom, the only one who's actually gone down now, though, so still maybe a chance to win this fight. Unfortunately, that chance is quickly gone as the Pulse Bomb finds nothing, as again, Iceland going to take another fight.
Yeah, and now actually Iceland's Kiriko George has actually matched the ulta percentage, which is a really nice showing. Now you're not going to have to be worried about that like deficit. The override protocol is online though for how did you pronounce that? It was like Zono.
Yeah, Zono.
Okay, Zono, yeah. Oh, has that override protocol online here, which could go absolutely massive. There's not really anything to contest it. I guess the Diva potentially can shut it down, but it's going to be difficult to have that job done.
Yep, double Kitsune Rush out there now. Plenty flying around, but Havikul very quickly to find some of the opposition to take care of business. Havikul going to try to get this bomb online. 98%, not going to happen. And unfortunately, that means it's going to be a struggle town for Iceland to hold on to this point. You're at 70% already. At this point, you're just trying to get as much as you possibly can. Vodark, the last person to stall over on the point. Eventually going to be taken out of Shorg. Helped out a little bit to get some percentile. Orion managed to make their way back as well. It's going to have the recall. They're going to have this thing all the way up to like 95%. It's massive event as it will get up to 97. And honestly, that last stall, it's working out greatly.
Yeah, it was a really nice stall there from the side of Iceland, just making sure to pump out as much percentage as possible. I think they got like 20 for pretty much free. As Italy does have a lot of ults online, and Iceland has to be really careful. They do have some ults of their own, but they're going to be behind. So maybe you can find, maybe the plan is you use your pulse bomb and try to force out a couple things from Italy and then regroup. You have the time to do that. You know, you kind of can't commit everything to this fight. Otherwise, you're going to be able to you're going to lose it.
Yeah, 100%. Annihilate should be thrown in right there as you see the Sound Bear thrown in to throw everything. As Sound Bear has to be thrown back as well. Now you can start throwing those punches around and finding anybody to walk into right now as Orion ends up taking the better against her DPS counterpart as Havikul does have a bomb ready to go in case needing to zone things out. Havikul is getting first into, but it might not matter a whole lot as they're eventually going to push some bodies back. Italy falling apart one at a time. Iceland bringing this over to map point, hoping to bring this over to a third map in total. And with Havikul clearing things out, the odds are gently rising.
Yeah, I mean, really good pick there onto that Emre in order to make sure that that override protocol is not utilized. Now they have that in the back pocket, but you do secure the point. And now Iceland, they have two ults of their own. They're a little bit behind in terms of that rush, but I mean, Italy, they're going to be with their backs against the wall. This could be a daunting situation for them to be in. This override protocol has to go massive. Otherwise, I mean, if Iceland gets this first cap, then this could be the end of the map right here, right now.
Very well could be. We'll see what ends up going down, though. 15 seconds until the point is going to unlock, and Zono going to let loose with the override protocol. But Hafa going to make it a mission to try to force them back around, as eventually Fudark and Orion both going to be head-hunted down, and that point is settled extremely quickly here for Italy, who take the fourth point away, start things out strong, but only a consideration of Pulse Bomb in their hands. Meanwhile, Crizzy going to have another Sundering Blade available.
Yeah, Sundering Blade haven't been able to find that much value in this matchup, but maybe this could be the difference maker. The bomb is going to be good just to get a remech going if you are taking a little low. This rush is what I'm really looking at. Yeah, it's going to be popped first almost immediately. They could mirror it with their own, and that is what they're going to be doing. The Sundering Blade is going to come through, however. Is it going to be able to find any picks? No, not anybody going to be falling to that. As now, if you are Italy, you have to win the fight because you committed all of your ultimates that are available. You need to get... Oh, but a flip! That's not a good flip!
Yeah, but to be fair, you find a really good pick as well. It's back and forth already, but honestly, it's unfortunate you lose out on Mikix and Little Plume. Now, you're forced to hit the Ultra Reset button because you can't win that 3v4. You never will with Havikul still alive. And now double balls available, sound barriers around the corner for both Lucios as well.
Yeah, if Iceland can win out this fight, then there's a really good chance that they do just secure this map. I mean, even if Italy forces a couple of ults here, that would be their best bet situation. I mean, they don't have a lot of time left on the clock. Maybe you go for like a beat engage here, but Unread a little bit behind. I mean, this could be a dire situation for them.
Yeah, definitely. So, Soundbear used by both squads right here. Consider rushes on cooldown from that last fight as well. So it's down to these pulse bombs to find some massive value, and it's getting some here for Orion, who's gotten rid of that support line. 75% on the board, and now for Chimera, it's going to be a setup to live to maybe get a retouch. And to be fair, you have to. It's final fight.
Yeah, 87% and counting. Iceland still has that bomb online. They're chasing this Tracer to the end of the earth, and they're going to be able to get that kill. Does anybody have a touch now? Annihilation is popped, but no, there's no touch, and Iceland's going to even up the series.
Yeah, so now it's a 1-1, and we're going to have to go to a third map to tie break this one away. But honestly, that is such an amazing performance from that squad who again, while we had like kind of the limited perspective of that first game, it felt like there was a struggle for Iceland to find a lot of the entry they were hoping for with that Hazard comp. But instead, works out great for them here. I love rolling over to the D.Va and taking a level of aggression there instead. So, like I said, that will force the third and final map. We'll find out what that's going to be here in a short period of time. But again, that is just the comeback that they needed.
Yeah, really good stuff from Iceland there, making it competitive. That's our first. This is our first map 3 of the set of the Conference Cup, actually. But something to point out real quickly is the fact that Israel did lose 2-0 to Germany. So Germany, just proving that they are the better team at the end of the day. Just for the beginning, of course, they still have plenty of matches to go, but a good start for them. As we are waiting just to hear from the results now. I guess we could check out the Ireland-Greece game while it would make maybe that one's still running on potentially.
We shall see momentarily. Because yeah, I meant to have Wikipedia up, and I do have to watch it. I can fix this now. I can fix all of his issues in one fell swoop.
Is this AC? Okay, I'm pulling up all the look clean feeds just so I can swap between them in a pretty. This is a little scuffed, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, this was, somehow, this is kind of how it was last time. It was just set up ahead of time, so there wasn't really any issues in that regard. But it's life, like I said.
Sure.
We just got to roll with the punches and keep on working. And by the way, some people fall during those games. Imergens and Funkin, Titan, thank you all very much for following. Very much so. If y'all are still here, that is. We appreciate you very much. But yeah, we're just waiting on. Oh, go ahead, my good sir.
Ireland did take the series against Greece in a 2-0 fashion. So this last one between Iceland and Italy is going to determine, that second set. This is going to be our only map 3 of the second set so far, or of any set. So yeah, just this last map. Are they going to start the other ones before this one finishes up?
So they will all start at the top of the hour, regardless.
Okay, so even though like the other games are done, they're gonna wait for Iceland. For Iceland.
The thing is that remember that since everyone has their own rounds, nobody's playing back-to-back games, so you don't have to worry about that being the case. So teams, no matter what, are gonna start at the top of the hour.
Okay.
And considering that I don't know what our third map type is, actually, I genuinely don't know. I gotta be honest.
I guess we can pull up the player POV and see if they've picked it.
Oh wait, no. Actually, you're so smart. Actually, I could pull that up right now.
I'm actually a little bit of a genius.
Yeah. So side red. So yeah, we can actually get the bans up this time. Except the thing is, we're not even putting the bans on the POV. So we're probably gonna have to verbalize a lot of the bans, unfortunately. Which is
yes. We are going to Esperanza though. That is going to be our map selection. So Italy are going to take us there. Did they change the sides? Blah.
We'll find out momentarily. I hope so.
I hope they did, because I mean it was a little jarring to see Iceland.
To be fair, if they just don't move them, they'll be fixed, because Italy's now on the right side instead of the left.
This is true and real.
If you not whisper to me, I'll assume the roster is the same. That's fair. I think the rosters might stay largely the same. At least I think Iceland's is going to remain the same. Italy, they might be making a support swap. Maybe? We'll find out pretty soon. We'll kind of have to see what the case is going to be. But we are just waiting for that game to properly get going for our third and final map of the series between Iceland and Italy. And to be fair, I think it's a pretty big one, all things considered. I think there are people that could willingly put either of these teams in a top 5 conversation. I don't think that's a stretch whatsoever to say, but it's just something we're going to have to wait and witness, but we'll see what comes to mind.
Yeah, okay. The Turkey clean feed did just get posted if you want to pull that up, but I mean, I guess we could just use the clean feeds from the World Cup whenever they do go live. I mean, it's probably going to take a minute.
Yeah, like I said, we still got 20 minutes, so we'll be able to do this.
Still got 20 minutes.
Then we'll transition directly over, because we'll have to... We'll set it up. We'll get it set up.
Everything is going to work out in our favor. We've gotten everything under control, and so now things are going to look a lot better. I'm excited to see what the matchups are going to be for round 2. Right? Like we might get some gigabangers automatically. If like Germany gets placed up against like Belgium or Well, assuming, well, that was just me assuming. I mean, automatically Belgium versus Turkey is going to be a giga banger. I think that one's definitely going to be one that we have to watch. Oh, that's my mom. Hi, mom. Um, sorry, that caught me off guard. Um, but I think Belgium versus Turkey is going to be a really good showing, and I think if either of those teams win and go up against Germany in that 1-0 situation going into round number two, then that can definitely be something that needs to be considered.
I think it definitely needs to be considered as well. All things considered.
All things considered.
All things considered. Definitely so. It's a scenario where, with everything that's here, and how tough this is for all of these teams to kind of make the impact they're hoping for, you kind of hope as a fan at the very least that you hope these games are as close as possible. Because one thing that I spoke of in full, and every time Dex and I did this near the beginning of the year when show matches were really starting already, was that we want every team to be as good as they possibly can be. Like, it's great if you have favorites and it's like, I want this team to be the best, because of course I want Team USA to go and win the whole thing. It's Team USA.
True.
But at the same time, it's like I want them to put on giga bangers with Canada and Chile and Brazil. I want everyone to be as good as possible so that there's big competition and we're not just watching steamrolls, because I don't think there's many worse things in Overwatch than a steamroll, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm always, there are obviously teams that have advantages when it comes to just looking at their power level and such. It's kind of like an anime, right? You're like, okay, that guy, that's a special grade sorcerer, right? Like, that's a problem that this grade 3 is going to have to deal with. But I always do like an underdog story. I always do root for the little guy. I mean, I guess little guy in quotations, because sometimes the little guy is not really that little. But I mean, I'm always a fan of like an upset or an unexpected outcome, like.
Oh, I hear music.
Oh, did we get music? Like,
yeah.
I think this one, this one's gone in the distance. And honestly, I don't really know who's going to be able to take this. It looks back and forth for both of these teams. We do see, did they swap the teams? No, they didn't swap.
No, they did not. We do have, all right. Well, hey, there's something that we have to talk about, though. Interesting swap. We see a tank swap coming through here. I believe Katakomi came back in for support, but Light has now come in this lineup to join Chimera, Zono, and Little Plume. But for the entirety of Iceland, their roster remains the same. We'll see what goes down. It's going to be the double diva to get it started.
Yeah, really nice opening pick onto that Sojourn is going to allow things to kind of get started here for Iceland. They're going to be able to get this bot moving almost instantaneously, and they have so much map presence and so much better map positioning, in order for them to start getting some meterage on the board, as Italy have to kind of back up a little bit, losing their Sojourn so early, and they're going to be able to get a recontest. But I mean, you've already lost a little bit of meterage. It's not the worst situation in the world, but they need to win this next fight. Otherwise, I mean, this low-key could be checkpoint if they lose.
Yeah, it's already a bit of a rough scenario, quite frankly, but to be fair, nothing's out of hand quite yet. Little Plume is being able to hang around in there as well, and it's important because the moment you lose out on your Kiriko, you need to take a fight very quickly, because elsewise you are going to be burnt away. We'll see what ends up coming to form, though, as everyone's stubbornly not wanting to go down here, but Katakomi, unfortunately, is going to have to fall over. All that focus coming through big time as Zono nearly managed to take one out, but Chrissy there to finish bodies off. It's such a back and forth in this first proper fight, but it looks like eventually the swap that came through here, Light, is going to make a decent enough difference right here. Even though being demaxed, everyone's still hanging in here right now. Cruzy's trying to burn away literally anybody. May eventually get Little Plume, but it's just not going to be enough as that bot headed the other way here for Italy.
Yeah, I mean, Iceland not going to be they're going to be a little bit behind in terms of ult charge, right? I think Italy has the advantage. They have the rush first. They have the pulse bomb. They have the, oh wait, they were out of mech. They're a little bit behind,
yeah.
But they are going to be able to take the lead. 2 minutes have passed so far. Iceland are going to be able to get back, but they did lose that lead. They need to get a fight win under their belts. I think this pulse bomb is kind of going to determine the outcome of this engagement, right? If you're able to get a pulse onto maybe that Lucio, maybe onto that Kiri after TP and Suzu are used, that can determine everything right here, right now.
That very well could determine a lot. We'll see what goes down here as Dark is down early. Catacomb needs to be able to hang around in there after winning the big 1v1 build up to a little bit more of that charge. You're going to pass your fellow Lucio when it comes to that charge for the sound barrier, which gives you a lot to work with. Kind of forwarding here as Stick goes through. It's going to take Havoc out of the mech. I don't think the remake ended up being used. Havoc is going to try to get it back naturally, and it's just going to have to die on the point instead. And now this lead is extending further for Italy, as at this stage of the game, you might consider them already getting the checkpoint here.
Yeah, they definitely do get checkpoint, and they didn't use a lot for it. They just used Pulse Bomb and, a rush? I mean, Iceland have a ton of ults, but you lose that checkpoint lead. That's going to be so detrimental to the success of Iceland. You know, you're already down so much. Even if you do win this fight, you're going to have to take another fight through main and then win another one. The Override Protocol does come out from Orion here, but it's going to be so far away. I don't know if it's going to be able to find any value, especially with that D.Va shutting it down.
I don't know, it's forcing everybody back. They have to give up the initial silence that they had earlier. Zono ends up falling over, and now all you can do is rush in and die on this point, quite frankly. That's what they're doing. Light would love to find literally anybody, but instead it's going to be a quick cleanup coming through. Chimera and Katamori a little bit more stealth before they'll be burnt over. But remember, everyone has potential forward spawns right here. The question is, are they all going to get it? It's going to be cutting it close, and they don't get it.
They don't. No, that's devastating, right, for the side of Italy. They kind of needed those forward spawns in order to, you know, make sure that they didn't get that touch onto to get more meterage. They are going to be back in time just to meet them there. The rush is going to come through here, and the beats are going to be both matched. Really good save onto Orion there. The pulse bomb is online here for Crazy. Could go massive, but Oaks. That's not a good pick, as Lyke is taken out of the mech. There's the bomb force. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Whoa, you went a little ahead there, buddy boy, because this fight's still going on. Little Plume takes one out before being fallen over themselves, but slowly starting to head back. I would try pausing for like 2 seconds total, and then I think we're back on the same page. Actually, what time are you at right now? I'll go with that, as this fight is still being cleaned up.
541, 540.
Oh yeah, okay, all right, yeah.
38.
Just hit pause for a single second and we'll be synced back out perfectly. But Bomb back online for Havoc here, who is just honestly just trying to stay alive right now.
Yeah, a lot of damage onto Havoc, and it's going to cause the rest of Iceland to kind of back up here, let the point get away from them a little bit. Havoc kind of in a bad position, but I mean, Italy have that overclock that could go absolutely massive here. There's not really anything to deal with it, and there's going to be pops, and we're going to have to see if it goes massive.
Yeah, absolutely massive right here. Bomb coming through as Havoc is trying their darndest to be able to survive. Literally one is going to hit the remake in their DPSR, giving their all, cleaning up bodies, and this is exactly what you needed if you're Iceland right here, because Light is just going to go forward, and to be fair, actually can be staggered briefly. The question is, do you have time to regroup in time to stop them from taking that checkpoint?
Yeah, we are going to see Orion and this Lucio take the high ground, as they are going to start approaching this checkpoint, right? They're going to be so incredibly close, and with this Override Protocol here, nothing really to support it. Nothing really to counteract it. I mean, this could be the lead falling away from Italy, as we do see that D.Va getting right back into the situation. We do also see a swap over to that Emre mirror, but this D.Va taking a lot of damage, going to be taken out of the mech potentially. Yeah, that's going to be taken out of the mech, and that's going to be a problem here, as we kind of need the lead right here, right now.
Yeah, but still, a potential to pull this one back around. Light does get the full finish on the Havoc as well. And unfortunately, where that bot's at right now, there's just no way to potentially push it in. In fact, the fight's just ending. They've already pushed the thing back to the halfway point, which means with all the places you found, you're going to get back to the checkpoint. You're going to extend this lead probably into the 60-70 area. So there's a lot to have to deal with right now, as things are looking really good here for Italy.
Yeah, Italy also have the beat advantage. That's so incredibly massive. Iceland really only have this Override Protocol and their own rush, but they are going to decide to just kind of give up the point right now. They didn't really get that much meterage difference. If Italy can win one more team fight, that would be absolutely crucial. But if Iceland wins one more team fight, especially where the bot is, then I think they just... Well, no, the forward spawn has been gained, so it's probably going to take 2 fights.
It should realistically take 2 fights. We'll see what goes down right here now, as you have Pulse Bomb on the side of Chimera. Sound Barrier used. It barely keeps up life, but Light is taking in so much water. Eventually, he's going to have to throw out the bomb just to be able to hang around. We'll be able to hit the remake as well. But you see the separation here from the squad as well. It's really starting to go against their favor, because meanwhile, both sides are taking on massive casualties. Havoc has to use the bomb, needs the remake to even have a single chance at winning this fight. And while they will remake, unfortunately, Dark already down on this scenario, and Havoc just has to run and regroup once more.
Yeah, now Italy is going to extend their lead even more. They are going to be a little bit back as 4, but it's going to be such a big problem. Iceland going to have some ults on the board, but they need to, win a couple fights in a row. Otherwise, this could just go the way of Italy. They are going to go in with that beat. The override protocol is good. It's going to connect onto so many players, but it's not going to be enough. And so now it's going to be a situation where there's more back and forth picks, but you can't let that happen if you're the side of Iceland.
Yeah, there's still a lot of presence in the back, by the way, right here. Like, Little Plume still hanging around. Chimera, I think, is in the back as well. They're stalling out this point massively, which means, even though it looks like they're eventually going to lose this fight, I think with the way these spawns have gone and how late everyone's death has really been, everyone should be able to unlock forward spawns. I think Plume has a possibility of missing out on it, though.
Yeah, there's 2 minutes left on the clock. There's a 20-meter deficit there for Iceland, and they really only have a pulse bomb to work with. I mean, Italy going to be building up to their bomb and have a rush online. There's nothing that can test the rush. That's going to be a problem here. They need to unlock forward spawn here. They need to make sure this Diva gets shut down as much as possible. This pulse bomb has to go massive, right? If this pulse bomb doesn't go massive, then that's going to be GG, I think.
Yeah, your biggest issue is that Consumer Rush is ready here for Italy, but unfortunately for Iceland, they are still quite a ways away from having it ready to go. So there's a chance where Consumer is going to be used here, and your only option is to simply run. Either that or Chrissy needs to hit the pulse bomb of their life here. But Consumer Rush has now been used. Everyone forced away from each other. Orion is gone, and now, unfortunately, that's going to be really tough to pull back without them there. But hey, Cool and Chrissy both trying to make a big difference over here and try to get this thing rocking and rolling. You're back into the 4v4. Bomb available for Light. Worst case scenario as you see them trying to chip away, pushing that bot as close as you can to the checkpoint, but they will not get it, and it is now a massive rush to try to get everybody out of here alive.
Yeah, they are going to give up a little bit of space, but they are going to be a little stabilized in terms of ult charge. They're going to have their own bomb. They're going to have their own rush, but Italy has that beat available coming online here. And this pulse bomb, again, still a huge impact for the teams. If either of these find picks, then that's going to be a beautiful showing as a... Oh, further arc. Please don't get taken out here.
Yeah, Fedork is so close to going down and eventually will. And the big pulse onto Orion as well. Oh my god, that could be series defining right there. And now, while they're taking this big fight in like a 3v4, Chimera's just going to push us back all the way to the checkpoint.
Wait a minute. Iceland forgot something. Italy is just going to be able to push this for free because of Chimera. That's not good. I mean, you're going to be able to get back eventually, but I mean, this is over, I think. I mean, unless Italy decide to throw away this win with popping some ults, I mean Iceland are going to have a lot of ults on their own, but it's going to be such a daunting challenge in order to get the job done.
Yeah, but hey, It's not over till it's over. Orion, though, is close to going down. Eventually will fall over. Fedork is 99 to the post. It doesn't get it online. Now, Hafakul is going to throw this bond in the air and say a prayer in the process, but they're so far away where Chrissy is going to try to get back for the touch. We'll be able to get it by the skin of their teeth, but now it's just Hafakul coming around the corner. Remember, it's going to be able to retouch. Sound barrier available. Gets thrown out immediately to try to push the bodies back. But Kasuna Rush is thrown directly back into their faces to try to push this fight to its natural end. Hafakul needs to survive on the point for as long as humanly possible right now. But Orion doing everything they can to clutch this fight back around. Bazono coming back with their own override protocol as well. Everything is coming up for Italy. They need to find some of those crucial blows, force some bodies over off the point as Hafakul, all they can do is stay on the point. Pulse bomb thrown in. They're going to get thrown away from the point, and it is just a stagger one at a time to force the touches on right now. It's just two hanging around. Fedork making their way back with Orion, though. Eventually, they're starting to get some blows in, trying to bring this one back around, but still, fight's not over yet. They're doing everything in their power to force bodies off this point, because remember, Mega Ninja, if they get off for even a single second, this one will be done and dusted, but for the time being, they have kept themselves alive.
Wait, now this is a problem. Italy have used a lot of ults in that fight. They're trying to get the job done, but they now don't have anything besides a beat. Iceland do actually have a chance now. Rush versus beat is going to be really a challenge. If they can kill Katakomi early in this engagement before that beat is built up, then that could be the a really good start for this comeback from Iceland. But it's just going to depend on this pulse bomb. This pulse bomb has to connect onto this Lucio before the beat comes through.
Yep, that beat be massive. The moment that's out for Katakomi, I think they take a super aggressive fight. Especially now as Katsuna Rush is down a little early. Katakomi is going to wait for this proper opportunity. Light is going to be given the nice cleanse and has the mega health back there as well. They need to get these forward spawns at the very least, and that they will get. But because they didn't get it earlier, Mega Ninja, now that bot is just sitting there. waiting and taking its sweet time before it's going to go forward once more. Sound barriers, here comes the all-out assault. Orion or Chrissy need to find literally anything to put themselves in a good situation, but Light is able to shut down the M-Ray, and now this Pulse Bomb has to be massive. It needs to be everything. It gets tossed in like their name is Stefan Curry, but it is not, unfortunately. It is a big rush here for Iceland to find literally anything. The one blow is not going to be enough, though Italy takes the win over Iceland 2-1. But what a battle it was.
Yeah, that was an incredibly close series between these two teams. I mean, a beautiful showing in terms of what they were able to get done at the end of the day. I mean, honestly, I think both of these teams put up a grand showing. And I wouldn't be surprised if we could see these teams go up against, I genuinely think that Italy can punch up a little bit. That's so weird. Why did that show? Did it? Oh, that was okay. Interesting. I don't know if you saw that. It showed two Lucios from the side.
It's two Lucios.
Okay, yeah, that wasn't just me. But very, very interesting. From the side of both of these teams. Unfortunately, Iceland is going to be dropping down to that 0-1 situation, but I believe that they could take on some of these teams that are also in that 0-1 situation. It's just going to have to kind of go down to how they performed individually, but I think that they can definitely get it done. Just a couple of minor mistakes here and there, but we'll have to find out, of course.
Yeah, we'll find out here in quick succession, but that ends up being, honestly, a really good game. I wish we could have been able to see, like, certain perspectives from map 1, but honestly, it was really interesting seeing that entire series go down. That's like some of the series we had back in the Americas, where while there was definitely a lot of 2-0s, and there's going to be a lot of 2-0s throughout the weekend, you're going to find those 3 mappers, and those 3 mappers are going to be absolute giga bangers. And I think that's a really good example to get started, because we could have argued that game should have been over, like, a minute and a half ago. And it nearly was, by the way. But they pull it back. They keep themselves in it. Unfortunately, it's just a bit of an ultimate difference. I think it's a scenario where Italy got, I think, the one ultimate they really needed to win that fight with that sound barrier that kind of just burst them through. They ran down the back line. And unfortunately, without the Kitsune Rush, there was just nothing they could have done to stop it.
Yeah, just an unfortunate situation of the ults getting away from them a little bit. I mean, it was really close. It just kind of came down to that neutral that they weren't able to get the job done. It was close, right? They're just not able to get the job done at the very end. But we are going to, have our next matchup in, just a couple of minutes, right? And the train has not stopped for us at all.
It is never going to stop.
I'm excited to get even more going.
Yeah, so for context, I'm going to go ahead and reset all the scores and change the names on over here in a moment's time, but we are switching to our third game of this round right here.